The year was 1954. With their sturdy, broken-down microphones, they were headed for greatness in the American West. Jack and Ron in the morning. If you don't laugh like this, you're probably normal.
The following entertainment special contains mature subject matter. Parents may consider some of the program content unsuitable for children. Parental discretion is advised.
It's the bad boys of radio. Here's Jack and Ron.
Yes, we're back. Yeah, we were off last week because we had a number of things going on. For one, Richard, our producer, the executive producer, the guy who handles all the tech side of this deal, he was in Orlando at Disney World.
Yeah, acting like a family man. What's wrong with you,
Universal Studios.
Making
and all
us
that
look
good
bad.
Stuff. I, on the other hand, was in Kansas City, Missouri for my granddaughter's soccer tournament. And get this, in the 9-year-old division, she and her team won the national championship last week in Kansas City. So congrats to my granddaughter Olivia and her teammates for taking the big trophy. Not a participation medal, but the actual victory trophy. So congrats to her.
Yeah, I know you got to be, your chest needs to be way out here, man.
Oh, yeah, I feel really good.
Yeah, it's nice because she's the most athletic in your family.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It's Jack Dam Elliott, Ron Dam Williams right here. By the way, I want to give a shout out to my new dentist, Dr. Nathan Shepard.
What happened to your old dentist?
He retired. Well, he kicked me out, actually. No, he retired. So I thought, well, I'll find another dentist. And Dr. Nathan Shepard is my new dentist. What a great guy. And terrific dentist, terrific people in his office. So little shout out to the guys and ladies over there at Dr. Shepard's place.
Yeah, at least he's not always saying, well, we're going to have to take that out.
Yeah, he was very good. Here was an amazing situation that came up. My first time to go to the office for my first visit with him. He's doing an exam, and I get a phone call. The TV station calls and said, hey, were you aware that you're going to be doing a Today in Oklahoma interview at 9:30 this morning? I said, well, it's 8:30 now. I'm in the dental chair. Nobody informed me. They forgot to send me the email, which, had been sent out to everybody else a week before. Anyway, I said to the doc, I got a bit of a problem. He did a really quick once over, and then I was able to jump out of the dental chair and head right over to the TV station, over to Channel 4, and do the featured interview with some nice ladies from a place called Bumblebee Blinds, if you're looking for blinds for your window. Also got to go ahead and announce the fact that we've got several sponsors on this program, including Jack Attack Clean and Shine, the perfect product for your vehicle inside and out. It also works great around the house. If you want to clean your tables, your granite countertops or whatever, quartz countertops, this stuff is perfect. Works on everything: leather, vinyl, glass, plexiglass, chrome, and man, it'll make the outside of your car shine. You'll see your reflection 3 feet deep. Get yourself some of this product. Yeah. Jack Attack Clean and Shine for your vehicle. Go to shopjackattack.com. Shopjackattack.com.
Now, if you look,
yes,
and you can see how deep that reflection is, that should make you think about, what if you have no reflection? What if you're dead?
Oh, what if you're dead?
Yeah, well, Howard Harris Funeral Services, they're there for you, just like the Jack Attack.
Just like the Jack Attack Clean and Shine.
It should be kind of like hand in hand with that.
I hear you.
All right, now, for your final journey, my friend, these are the folks that you want handling all of that. They handle everything for you. As a matter of fact, if you're a veteran, they'll handle all the paperwork for you. You want a special headstone? Okay, they'll check that out for you as well. And at the same time, what type of funeral do you want? Hey, they'll make sure you get that as well. And it's absolutely fantastic. All you need to do is call 682-1883. That's 405-682-1883. Peace of mind, no arguing. Can you imagine your family not arguing, especially when you're dead? Howard Harris Funeral Services, my friend. Check it out.
They can make your funeral look like anything you'd want, like the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Circus. Maybe you'd like to have elephants walking through, the streets of Oklahoma City, oh, I guess honoring you. You know, maybe lions and tigers and bears. Oh my! Hey, they can take care of it for you.
Oh,
That might be a bit extreme.
I went
but-
to one where they had a dog.
Oh,
Seriously.
my.
And
Oh, cool.
It was in a stroller. It was a little stroller, and the lady had it in, and she was sitting on the back row. But and the dog never barked or anything else.
Good dog.
And
Good
I was
boy.
saying, I've never seen anybody bring a dog to a funeral. But
Well, now you have.
It can happen.
Yep. Well, so anyway,
Did happen.
We've got so much going on here. I guess we have to start out with, as we always do, Too Tough Trivia. And then we'll get to Asinine Trivia, where we quiz Richard. And then we'll get to all the other crap we do, like the Sleazy Trashy Showbiz Report, news of the I'll Be Damned, which is really good today. We got your email, Roy the Movie Guy. We got Tribal. We got a whole bunch, and great audio today. So hang on. Let's go.
All right. Here is today's question. Smokey the Bear. We all know about Smokey the Bear.
Uh-huh.
He was the first choice for fire prevention posters.
Uh-huh.
Well, he was the choice. He wasn't the first choice. There was another choice who was up for choice. Well, for fire prevention. You can prevent poster. Fire prevention.
Only you can prevent forest fires. Remember that?
Who? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
who was the first? It wasn't Smokey. Who was the first?
Boo Boo.
Optimus Prime.
Yogi.
No. Optimus Prime. What?
Gee.
No.
Gee, Yogi, what are you gonna do now?
Are you saying like
Hey,
what was
Boo-Boo.
the animal?
What character?
Here we go.
Probably a character. Probably, you know, they created
Trying to get the
basically.
details.
They created Smokey the Bear though for the campaign,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
And,
up
and they
until-
say it's not Smokey the Bear, it's Smokey Bear.
yeah, now it's Smokey Bear.
Yeah.
Like Smokey's his first name and Bear is the last name. I always thought Smokey the Bear made sense, but you know, these ad agency people get in there and they start charging these clients, you know, $150, $250 million to come up with the idea. We'll drop the from the name, and now we've earned our money.
Smokey Bear. Yeah, I remember that. And who else did they have? Not with fire prevention, but I think it was littering and stuff. They had the Indian chief with that one
tier, yeah.
coming down. And I said, man, that really. We tried to appeal to common sense back then. Now we're just plain crazy.
We lost our minds.
Yeah.
Anyway, we don't have the answer to it. Do you have a guess for the Too Tough Trivia?
No.
I'll think about it here for a moment.
Badger?
Huh?
Badger?
Badger? No. What?
Well, since here's my thought. Smokey Bear or Smokey the Bear is something they created for the campaign. So I'm assuming there wasn't already a current existing character that they were. Well,
this was going to be the first character.
Okay, I'm going to say Popeye.
Have you been looking over here?
No.
Okay, I can tell because that's wrong.
So it's not Popeye. I
No,
thought maybe
it's not
Popeye the
Popeye.
Sailor Man. All right,
Yeah.
well, at the end of this podcast, about 55 minutes from right now, we'll find out the answer as to who was originally going to be the character to help you put out
And
forest
when you
fires.
find out what it is, you're gonna like, oh yeah. That makes sense.
All right, got to mention the fact, too, we've got a phone number if you want to call and check out the podcast. If you want to, this is, by the way, the #1 video podcast in America. You might want to share this with everybody you know, because we're on TikTok, YouTube, and also on Facebook, where you can share and share alike. We have a phone number with this #1 video podcast in America. It's 405-358-7137. Again, 405-358-7137. Feel free to call in. We'll put you on the air. We'll talk to you and see what's up. Well,
Well, it's time to put our producer on the air, don't you think?
it is, as a matter of
Yeah.
fact, with Asinine Trivia. And as we step into Asinine Trivia, let me also remind you we do have a website, jackandron.com. JackandRon.com. There you go. All right, Asinine
God,
Trivia.
I
This
remember
is
we used to do that all the time, man. Jeez.
all right.
Where's the bell at?
Yeah, where's the bell? Yeah, JackandRon.com. There you go.
There you go.
All right, time for Asinine Trivia, where we quiz Richard, our producer, with 3 of the easiest questions ever. So easy, it's asinine. Question number 1, Richard. If I have $5 in my left front pocket and $5 in my right front pocket, what do I have?
Yeah.
Two front pockets.
Overtime.
Jeans, $10.
I got the wrong pair of pants.
$10.
$10 is correct.
Super pants.
All right. Oh, question number 2. Who were the Air Jordan basketball shoes named after?
Michael Jordan.
Oh,
Got it, man. Finally, last question. Name the two guys who have won more broadcast awards than any other broadcasters in Oklahoma,
this is a toughie.
and who usually can be seen serving meals to the elderly at the senior center while wearing thong bikini swimwear, singing Who Let the Dogs Out, and dancing the Cotton Eye Joe, and who also performed the #1 video podcast in America.
Jack and Ron.
You got it, baby.
Not the Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh,
Hey.
no, please.
Not the Cotton
No.
Eye Joe.
No. Let me tell you about country dancing. Man.
Yeah,
I went with a friend at one point, and we went to a country club.
Uh-huh.
When I say country, the country
Place where they play
theme,
country
yeah.
western music, yeah.
And so I was out there, just dancing. And all of a sudden, they called out something, and everybody lined up.
That line dancing.
And I said, "Oh no!" I said, if anybody will look out of place in this line, it'll be me. So I went and sat out and had another drink.
Let me tell you something. I one time worked at a club right here in Edmond, as a matter of fact. It was called Cinnamon's. And I think it's now that Irish place, the Irish restaurant over there on Broadway near 33rd. But at the time, it was called Cinnamon's. And I would work there like 3 to 6 nights a week, spinning music, I'd get off the air at the radio station and go do this till like midnight or 1 in the morning. But the guy paid well, and he paid cash right out of the register. So, hey, you can't beat that, no taxes. But, and I'd play all kinds of music, and we'd get people in there who were country people, and we'd play a country song. We'd play rock and roll. We'd play soul. We'd play R&B. We'd play anything. But I always knew somebody come up and ask to play the Cotton Eye Joe or one of those line dance deals. And I hate to sound really crass, but it was always one of the girls or a couple of the girls who weren't getting asked to dance, So since they're not getting asked to dance,
Sit down.
yeah, they come over, and if they do a line dance, well, hey, they don't need a partner. They can all go do that. So usually it was a girl who was sitting there without being asked to dance by a man. So there you
Jeez.
have it. Yeah, I would it was just a general observation as I was performing my duty.
Now that was for the women. What about the guys? They didn't ask.
They didn't ask.
They
for-
didn't.
nah.
They said,
'Cause they knew
"Give me
if-
another beer, would you?"
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I wanted to mention this restaurant. I think I told you and Richard about it when I was up in Kansas City. I found this place. They have a limited menu, but it's really good food. If you ever go to Kansas City, check out Hank's. That's Hank's Garage and Grill in Shawnee, Kansas. And I mean, they've got this limited menu, but it's so good. The one reason I brought the menu in is
Gordon
because
Ramsay would love this menu.
he would. It's very
He would.
limited, yes.
Yeah.
They have, on here, they got a Hank's Original Burger. And here we are in Kansas City. They have an El Reno, Oklahoma smash burger with, the grilled onions that they do. El Reno's
Yeah.
famous for the onion burger. Well, they've got one at a place called Hank's in Kansas City. Now, here's the other thing. My wife loves Chicago-style hot dogs. They have, as original as you can get, just like you'd get in Chicago, a Chicago hot dog, classic Chicago dog. I had a deal there. It's the Cocktail de Camarons. What's that? It's basically Mexican shrimp cocktail. It's like a shrimp ceviche or whatever, ceviche, in like a martini, a giant martini. Man, it was good. And they also have lasagna. I mean, they don't have but 15 items on the menu, but they go from a Mexican shrimp cocktail to a Chicago hot dog, an El Reno onion fried burger, lasagna, homemade fettuccine, a roast pork with broccolini entree, blackened shrimp po' boy. Like I said, they don't have that much on the menu, but by God, it's all good.
Hey, that's what counts. You can be one page as long as it's dynamite.
It's
as
all
long as
good.
You love it.
All right, it's Jack and Ron, the #1 video podcast in America. I wanted to tell you about a deputy in Oklahoma. Oh my, this poor deputy was arrested. DUI after he crashed his patrol vehicle into a street sign. Happened to be a stop sign, by the way. The sheriff said he's taking the situation seriously, but other than the drinking,
I guess.
other than the guy's drinking problem and running into a stop sign with his patrol vehicle, the guy has been a standout employee. Well, that ought to settle it. A babysitter wants to know if she was in the wrong after a mother freaked out on her ordering DoorDash while she was watching her kids. Babysitter, taking care of some kids, right? Orders DoorDash. Now the mom is freaked out, saying it's irresponsible to have somebody come to the door without her asking permission. What do you think?
Oh,
I mean, I guess she probably should have told.
Now, who paid for it?
Well, the kid was paying, or the babysitter, whoever she was.
Well,
I see. I think if maybe she said to the parent, "Hey, while you're gone, I'm going to order a pizza, or I'm going to order some food to be delivered. Is that okay?" Probably should have asked. That's, anyway. Oh, and one other real.
Usually, don't you have the parent or guardian or whatever saying, help yourself to the refrigerator,
Sure.
or this is here. They usually plan for that,
Here's
especially if
the
they're going to be gone
key to
for
the
a while.
liquor cabinet.
Yeah.
You're taking care of my kids.
Yeah.
You're gonna need a blaster too.
Leave that Chardonnay alone, though. That's mine. All that kind of stuff. I had a babysitter once, and I could tell when it was time to stop for getting a babysitter for me because I
started thinking she was hot.
Yeah, I was eager for her to come over.
Did you ever make a move?
When I got older.
Yeah.
But by the time
you didn't make a move while
she
you
had
were.
By that time she had what?
she had a boyfriend. She might have had one then. I don't know, but
You ever try to make a mess and have her clean you up?
oh no. My job wasn't to make hers harder. It was to make it easier.
Oh, he's gonna make it hard.
You're gonna make it hard. All
she'd
right.
come over in some shorts and curl up on the sofa
yeah.
watching
waiting for you.
TV,
She was
and
waiting.
because we didn't have anything to talk about, so she'd
That's
watch
what you thought.
TV. So well, what am I going to talk about? What I did in school?
Her toes.
I
You were
understand.
kind of terrible. I see that right now.
I'm sure you were sitting there thinking, yeah, hubba, look at that.
Yeah.
But
And she had a twin.
oh, even better.
Yeah.
Wow.
And a friend of the family. That was the other part too.
All right, I got to hit you with this. I just thought this was like about as ridiculous as you can get. Krispy Kreme and Crocs, the footwear, they're teaming up to create limited edition Krispy Kreme Crocs classic clogs.
Crispy Crocs?
Yep, Krispy Crocs. They're available Tuesday, August 5th in Crocs stores and through the website. So put your foot in their donut hole. They cost $90. They're about as ugly as they get.
$90?
Yeah, and they come in a box inspired by a donut box. Also, any customer, I get this, any customer wearing any pair of Crocs inside a Krispy Kreme shop on Saturday, August 9th can score a free original glazed donut.
So it's you get that anyway,
But you
don't
get
you?
that anyway. Yeah, at Krispy Kreme, you go in there
And you go in there, isn't it? No shoes, no socks, no service.
No shoes, no socks, no Crocs.
Yeah.
You got to wear those Crocs.
Yeah.
I don't believe you need to wear the Crocs in order to get a glazed donut. Like you said, every time I've been to Krispy Kreme, they automatically give you a free glazed donut.
I went there this weekend, and they were real busy. And one guy he handed me a donut. It was right out of it. Was nice. It was great. But I was like, yeah, I remember this because I cut back on a lot of sweets and stuff like that. Something that wasn't sweet this weekend, man, for the last few days, the deaths that we checked out from Hulk Hogan.
Oh, yeah.
Malcolm Jamal Warner. I hated that because I liked that guy.
Young
Chuck
guy, too.
Mangione.
54, and he drowned. Costa Rica.
Ozzy Osbourne.
God, I liked Ozzy.
And, I mean, they're doing all bands are doing some type of tribute to him right now.
By the way, I saw Ozzy Osbourne in concert in 1974 in Chicago when he was with the band Black Sabbath. It was a phenomenal show.
And, of course, the big stuff, we talk about it every once in a while. Stephen Colbert, they're doing away with the Tonight Show on CBS. And I'm like, whoa, why is this? And we already know why. The only person hated more by Donald Trump than Stephen Colbert is Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah,
he hates Jimmy Kimmel.
But
he's trying to control. That's the part of it, folks. When you start trying to control the media,
and all the people who sit out there saying, "Oh, the media is lying to us. It's fake news. It's this, that, and the other." Go spend one day in an actual TV newsroom. Spend one day and see how hard these people work digging to get the truth. And hey, when they get answers from people, it's not their fault if the answers the people give are not necessarily the truth. So keep that in mind too. You're trying to claim that they're spreading false news reports. You people are ignorant who say that without having spent a day in a newsroom.
Yeah.
One day, and you'll say, oh, duh, maybe I wasn't so smart. Maybe I'm dumb after all.
Yeah, learn how to ask questions. Just don't accept it because someone says it.
Yeah.
It's just like the
Especially
bombing we had over in Iran.
Yeah.
But we had 3 sites completely obliterated. No, they weren't. No,
Yeah.
they weren't. How could you tell the American people that just an out and out lie?
I don't get it. I don't
Yeah.
understand it. It's, don't believe everything you read on social media, okay? That's, you're going to find more falsehoods on social media. Like Ron said, this whole idea of controlling the media,
Yeah.
that's when you end up under the umbrella of basically a more or less dictatorship or a communistic society. And Colbert, they said, well, his ratings were great. No, they weren't making money on that show, but they don't make money on any of those late night shows. Where those networks make their money is generally sports broadcast. They can sell the Super Bowl for $1 million for a 30-second commercial. That's where they're making the money. Now, Colbert, they got rid of he had to go because there was a big merger going on between CBS, Paramount, and Skydance.
Yep.
And if the feds, who could help, who could step in and keep that from happening, if that happened, CBS would be unhappy. So they blow off the Late Show with Colbert so that they can get permission and the approval of the feds to merge with Skydance. So basically what you're doing is, well, you're
It was a business deal. It had nothing to do with ratings or anything else.
In reality, though, it's getting to the point of destroying and eliminating the idea and the concept we live with in America called freedom of speech.
And it's kind of tough, too, when you consider the fact that the head of the FCC is appointed by the president.
Yeah.
So what's he going to do? Whatever he asked him to do.
Right.
And what's one of the first things he did? I won't say he interfered, but he had a lot to do with the merger, as Jack was saying, and it's crazy. And a number of other late night shows, they're saying, well, they may be going away. Jay Leno is saying, well, they shouldn't be talking politics, and it's like, no, crap, man. When you were on, you had politicians on.
Hey, when Johnny Carson was on, he would take shots at, say, President Reagan or whoever was president at the time. What's the deal today where these guys can't do satire or comedic, information about a particular individual, a political figure? What's wrong with that?
No, I don't know. We got a call?
We got what now? Oh, on the chat. Yeah, we've got
Ken Gray,
number 2 gifter man.
Best podcast in Oklahoma City, and congratulations to the success. There's
Ken Gray
Mike
said that. Yeah.
Yeah, and Mike is saying I'm dumb.
And Mike
says, calling himself dumb, not us.
And he says, I got a couple of questions I can't figure out. He wants us to call him. Well, maybe when we get into the commercial break, we can call him. All right. And then we'll get you on the air.
Yeah,
Mike.
we got some advice for you, buddy.
Anyway,
man.
And by the way, one other little quickie here in Oklahoma. Ryan Walters, the head of the education system, this genius apparently was, and he's denying it. But somebody claimed, there must have been more than one person.
There's 2 people.
The 2 people claim there was some pictures of nude women.
Vintage porn.
Vintage porn
like
on
1960s.
on his screen, on a screen in his office or whatever. Well, and I wasn't there, so I don't know it to be true. But I don't know why people would come out and claim that. Because here's the guy who's been so anti-porn and worried about child
Bible in every classroom and all of that. And the latest, hey, all the children, as far as I guess breakfast and lunch, all the schools need to provide that. Oh yeah, and we're not giving you any money to do it.
Yeah,
and it's like, wait a minute,
where's the money coming from?
Don't let them his quoting him. Don't let them gaslight you. They've got the money, and everybody's saying
they've got the money. That's why all the teachers have to go out and buy materials for their classroom at the beginning of the school year.
I think he's messing with the wrong people when you start talking about folks' children and them being able to get a good meal, lunch or because a lot of them, that breakfast and lunch they get at school, sometimes that's the best meal they get.
Best meal or maybe only meal.
You got that right.
All right, we got to do one piece of audio before we take a break. When we get done with the break, we'll come back and I guess we'll talk to Mike, who wants to talk to us telephonically. But anyway, there's a big, gigantic naked man in Oklahoma who broke into a home and then ran out. He jumped into a pond and then he hid there.
In the pond?
In the pond.
Submerged?
And he's naked, yeah. Here's the homeowner explaining what happened in detail. Listen up.
I was ready to receive my son and my mom coming home from martial arts class. By the time I opened the front door, the back door was being opened by the big, fat, naked, crazy guy. Anytime a big, gigantic, naked man comes into your house unwanted, the de-escalation is, I guess you could say, pretty quick. Then I saw one of the strangest things I've ever seen is following somebody out of your own house into a lake that you're not supposed to be swimming in, full of snakes. Stay aware that every place in 2025 is, you got some crazy.
You got some crazy. And it was right here in Oklahoma City. How fun.
Yeah,
And I saw a picture of the guy. Of course, they covered up his, fortunately, covered up his naughty bits. But this guy was enormously obese. And who knows? They said he might have been on something.
Have you noticed how in Oklahoma right now, it seems that we have more unusual stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, more unusual stuff, crimes and all kinds of things that are going on. And
it's crazy time.
Is it the sign of a growing society here in Oklahoma or growing insanity?
Combination of both, I think. All right.
By the way, let's see. Mike wants to know the number.
Well, I can give you the number again if I can find it.
405-358-7137.
405-358-7137.
Yeah.
That's the number.
Give us a call.
All right. And meanwhile, we got to take a break. We've got some of the best commercials you'll ever see, even better than most Super Bowl commercials. That's because we are the #1 video podcast in America. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.
Hey, Al, I thought we were meeting at Othello's.
Hey, Jack, I am at Othello's.
Well, I'm looking around and I don't see you. Whoa, wait, are you at Othello's in Edmond?
No, I'm at Othello's in Campus Corner in Norman.
Oh, great. Well, fortunately, both Othello's have great Italian food.
They sure do, and I'm having the baked ziti.
Ooh, I'm having chicken marsala.
Let's continue with the meeting.
Yeah, sure thing, over the phone, but I need one thing.
What's that?
Your credit card number, because you're buying. Othello's Italian Restaurant on Campus Corner in Norman and in downtown Edmond.
Hey Jack, BK, I need some wings. Are you guys up there?
Affirmative. Your backup is cloud-based. It's all on the cloud nowadays.
That's funny. But you guys have the wings?
Winger, Jack, winger. Winger. Hey, they had a couple of big hits back in the 80s, remember? Winger, big hair.
Great wings don't just fall from the sky. They come from Louie's, where we're preparing food fresh daily. Come try one of our great new sandwiches. Or wings with any of 7 delicious sauces. Louie's, we're in your neighborhood.
We've got this down to a science. Over. Yeah, we're just not up here winging it.
Hey, it's Jack Elliott with Al Ashbeck at Othello's in Norman, sitting at the original Table of Truth.
Hey, I've said this table of truth with Barry Switzer, Brett Musburger, Bobby Knight, and Mike Leach.
So give me the real truth. What's going on?
Othello's is back in Norman with the original recipes and the great service that has made it legendary.
So you mean the original Othello's in Norman is now operated by the same family that operates Edmond?
You got that right.
Al, you have any idea how big this news is going to be to everybody?
To tell you the truth, yeah.
Come be a part of the Othello's family. Here on Campus Corner and in downtown Edmond.
All right, guys. Oh, by the way, Othello's is where we do the podcast from each and every week. Othello's Italian Restaurant right here in Edmond, right here in the heart of downtown Edmond, in the bowels of this city.
Why don't they have a Jack and Ryan Monday lunch?
That'd be a great
I think
idea.
that only one day a week, Monday lunch with Jack and Ryan.
Hey, there you go.
Boy.
Would that ever be a party? So anyway, we do the show here. They open at 4 o'clock weekdays. Oh, actually every day. 7 days a week they open at 4 o'clock. Great Italian food. Love Othello's Italian Restaurant here in Edmond, also on Campus Corner in Norman. So check out Othello's. Also check out Jack Attack Clean and Shine to make your vehicle look better than it's ever looked before. You want your vehicle to shine, don't you? This is the stuff to do it with. And it takes care of your glass, your plexiglass, chrome, leather, vinyl, you name it. You can even use it in the house. Granite countertops, anything. You can clean anything with this stuff. It's that good. And you're saying, gee, Jack, I want some. Where do I get it? Well, here, I'll tell you how to get it.
Jeez.
Go to shopjackattack.com. That's shopjackattack.com. All right? Very good.
All right. Hey, don't forget, too, about Howard Harris Funeral Services, my friend. You know, the remembrance at your funeral can be really, really, really something special.
Sure.
Most of us hopes that someday never comes, but it's coming.
Uh-huh.
Just get ready for it. This is something you can't escape. This is the time for you to go ahead and make plans for your final journey.
Yes.
They will handle all of the veterans' documents as needed for your funeral arrangements. And it's nice to go ahead and make these decisions in the calm of your life rather than, sitting around with relatives. Uncle's this is getting that, aunt whatever is getting this. And, that's not like that. This is the time you want to go ahead and plan your final journey. And pre-funding eliminates the stress eliminated with funeral payments. Yeah.
Good idea.
You don't pay on this plan forever. You can pay it up, and then you can really sit back and just relax. So why don't you go ahead and check it out? We're talking about Howard Harris Funeral Services. You can give them a call at 405-682-1883. And Miss Audrey Howard Harris will be more than happy to get your final journey one that you will remember if you would be alive to see it.
Okay, here's a question I have. Okay, and this is probably a smart thought. If you're wanting to plan your final journey, you go ahead and pay everything in advance.
Yep.
You can do that. All right? You don't die for 20 years. Will that cost that you put up front to begin with still cover the cost 20 years from now?
Yeah. You can
see.
It can be. You can pay it up. You don't pay on it forever. You can pay it up, and that's it.
Well, look at this.
Yeah.
What if because 20 years from now it's probably going to cost more, but if you do it all right up front now and don't check out, don't drop dead for 20 years, hey, you just saved some money.
Yeah, and save your family some money too.
That's it.
And especially go ahead and have an opportunity to go ahead and change things when one member of the family pisses you off. You say, nothing
Simple
for
enough.
you. Nothing for you.
Are we calling Mike Moshak? He was going to call us.
You can try to call him, but you guys are...
Oh.
Okay, well, Mike, you can call now if you want. Oh, you're going to call him? Okay.
We're calling Mike to see what's on his mind today. Mike Moshak, who's a guy I've run into numerous times at the convenience store by my house. By the way, the convenience store near my house at Bryant and Memorial, the Goodies store, they also sell Jack Attack Clean and Shine. So you might check that out, as well as all the other Goodies stores around the metro. And Mike should be answering. I think there's a little bit of a delay.
This is Mike.
Mike, how the heck are you? It's Jack and Ron.
How you doing, man?
Oh, Oklahoma's hula hoop champions. Hey, Ron, you weren't naked in a pond this weekend, were you?
No. I might have been walking around one proudly, but no, that wasn't me, man.
What have you been up to?
Oh, just hard work, clean living.
Yeah,
that's all I've been doing.
But I understand you have a question that you need some help with, and of course you dialed the right phone to get the right guys to handle it for you.
Well, I've got a couple that I was thinking of this weekend that stumped me.
All right, pick one.
Why? Okay. Why is there Braille on a drive-up ATM?
That's a good point. Why is there Braille on a drive-up ATM? I've noticed that. I've never been able to figure that one out.
Yeah,
Braille.
I came across that this week. Yeah.
Well, maybe you're a passenger.
I got another one.
Okay, if you're a passenger, you can just tell them what to do, and if you're not a passenger, then clear the street. Go ahead.
Any other questions, Mike?
Sure. Yeah, I got one more, not to take up too much of your time. If you use a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner product, how does the conditioner know to go second?
Good point. I've often wondered that myself.
Huh.
I've seen those products where it says, "Oh, it's shampoo and conditioner all in one." Well, how could that be?
Sure.
Who takes turns?
Yeah.
So,
Who takes turns? You're right.
Take turns. Yeah. Well,
Mike,
it may be just a blend. It just these are the two blends, and you say, hey, it does this and it does that, and you don't have to worry about that, because if that happens, then you're going to be looking at your hair from now on.
Well, I don't know. Just a couple of things that I crossed by this weekend.
Well, I'm glad you did, and I'm glad you called.
Yeah,
it's good talking to you, Mike.
And to anybody else out there listening, if you have some problems, we have answers. May not be the right ones, but we got answers.
Yeah, 405-3. What is the number?
58
358-7137.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, Mike. Hey, we got to run, man. Good talking to you. I hope I see you real soon up there at the Goodies convenience store.
Likewise, gentlemen. Have a great afternoon.
All right, you too. Take care, man.
Take care. It was just an ever so slight delay.
You bet.
Ever so slight delay in there. Okay.
I liked his questions.
Yeah, they were good. They were very poignant. I was going to mention one of the guys that used to work at the Goodies up there before it was Goodies, young guy, good dude named Arjun. He now, I think I might have told you, he now owns a Valero convenience store at the corner of Northeast 36th and Kelly. Went over to see him the other day. I didn't realize that place is busy.
I've been there.
He said they have 1,000 customers a day go through there. Generally have 2 registers, 2 lines to take care of people. They have a full kitchen there.
Where's this at?
Over 36th and Kelly. The Valero. And
right across the street from Leo's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He made me a gyro. Some people call them gyros. Made a gyro. It was killer. And they make burgers. They make all fries. They got all kinds of full kitchen.
The time I went there, there were, I don't know if they were sisters, daughters, whatever, but there were a couple of very, 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 very attractive young ladies helping.
One of them is Arjun's sister. And I don't know who the others are. I met all of them. And he has a pretty good crew. And anyway, I want to give a shout out to Arjun over there at Valero, 36 and Kelly. If you ever get over there, tell him hello. Tell him Jack and Ron
If I
said
have to run out of gas, I'm going to go over there.
There you go.
Say howdy.
Howdy. All right, we got to get to email, don't we?
Yes, indeed. This one, you may have had some experience with it. This kid did. Dear Jack and Ron, my son got a lesson, and I think all parents should teach their kids this lesson. My son wanted a toy pointing at the price, and it was in his budget. He gets an allowance, but paying for it, it was more than the advertised price. He says, why not tell folks the real price and not just a way to sucker folks in and the like? And I said, I don't know. I told him, but it didn't help. I said, you forget about taxes, state taxes, sales taxes, whatever else they want to do. And I said, tell him, get on the computer or he'll find out in school. I went through that part at one point. You go in, you see at the price, and then you take it to the cash register, and all of a sudden, it's more than the price that they were selling it for. Why not just put the complete price up there? You can get the money. Here's your money. Give me my, whatever I'm buying, and I'm out of here. Why?
So you mean the price of the product? Say it's $10. When you get up there, it's $10.50 or something because of state tax
or
$11.
Tax.
Oh, well, because of all those taxes.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it kind of, according to this guy, it kind of broke his heart because the dude had been saving his money up.
Poor kid.
Yeah. So be sure and warn your children that life isn't fair. Life sucks sometimes.
Yep.
And not to go to that store anymore.
All right, it's Jack and Ron. Jack Dam Elliott, Ron Dam Williams, America's #1 video podcast, featured on YouTube, TikTok, and, of course, Facebook. If you're on Facebook checking us out, be sure to share the podcast with everybody you know. We got to check in with Roy, the movie guy. Is he with us today? Yes. Is he almost ready to go? Yeah. You're working on it? All right. Time to check in with Roy, the movie guy.
Yes, I've ever heard.
See what's going to be hot at the box
Thank
office.
you, guys. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Now let's talk some box office numbers and what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Coming in at number 5 was The Smurfs with $5.4 million. F1, the movie, came in at number 4 with $6.2 million. Jurassic World Rebirth came in at number 3 with $13 million. Superman came in at number 2 with $24.9 million. And your new number 1 movie, The Fantastic Four: First Steps, with $118 million at the box office.
Wow.
Now let's talk about what's opening up this weekend at the box office. We have 2 new titles to mention. The first one is The Naked Gun, starring Liam Neeson, Pamela Anderson, Cody Rhodes, Paul Walter Hauser, Kevin Durand, and Danny Houston. Following in the footsteps of his bumbling father, Detective Frank Drebin Jr. must solve a murder case to prevent the police department from shutting down. Rated PG-13 with a runtime of 1 hour and 25 minutes long. Up next, we have The Bad Guys 2, starring the voice talents of Anthony Ramos, Sam Rockwell, Danielle Brooks, Aquafina, and Zazie Beetz. Reformed criminals Mr. Wolf, Mr. Snake, Mr. Piranha, Mr. Shark, and Ms. Tarantula are trying very hard to be good. However, they soon find themselves hijacked into a high-stakes heist that's masterminded by a new team of delinquents they never saw coming. The Bad Girls. Rated PG with a runtime of 1 hour and 44 minutes long. And that's a look at what's opening up this weekend at the box office. Back to you guys in the studio.
But that Liam Neeson replacing, I guess, Leslie Nielsen, correct? In that what is that thing called? Police Squad or what? Was it?
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Leslie Nielsen, who was in Naked Gun 1 and 2 and all. Yeah.
It should be interesting. I've watched some extended details about it, and it's okay. It's okay. You're not used to seeing Liam Nielsen.
You think of him as a bad guy,
a good guy. He's shooting,
guy,
killing people. Here he's acting nuts. Oh, and by the way, that Fantastic Four, it made over $100 million. It is the first Marvel film on opening weekend to make 100 million or more.
Wow.
The very first one. And this movie received more, I don't know, criticism than any other. And I didn't think it was going to do that well, but it well, what do I know? It did $118 million. Jeez Louise.
Bunch of money. Got to say hi to Dale Alvis. Dale's a good friend. He owns, he and his brother own a company called Toucan Productions. They do like the audio and setup and lighting and everything for many of the concerts around the area. He does all the state fair concerts, and he said he's getting ready for some BTO Friday night, Bachman Turner Overdrive Friday night. Are they at Lucky Star? Do we know? Bachman Turner Overdrive? I think they might be at Lucky Star.
Yeah,
Friday
that's what
night.
I'm thinking, more than likely.
Yeah, so he's got his crew working out there, putting up the sound system and all, and the lighting and all that good stuff. All right, got to get to some additional audio. You know, in 2016, Hulk Hogan was down, but he wasn't out, especially when he won a huge legal verdict against Gawker Media in the month of March of 2016. He sued Gawker for posting portions of a sex tape. It showed him, the Hulk, with Heather Clem, who at the time was married to radio personality Bubba the Love Sponge.
Yep.
The jury found Gawker Media liable and awarded Hogan $115 million in compensatory damages and $25 million in punitive damages.
I want his attorney.
Boy, no kidding. Well, here's the Hulkster, the head of Hulkamania, Hulk Hogan on ABC News after the verdict. This is going back to 2016.
Over 3 years of dealing with Gawker's games, they did everything they could to deter me. They were hoping that financially I wouldn't be able to stay in the game with them and I'd quit or tap out. I felt like I had this monster on my shoulders no matter where I went. When they read the verdict, it was just so overwhelming when I knew that we had won and people believed me. It was just, gosh, it was a moment. It was a moment.
Big moment indeed with that kind of money being made. I'd like to know how much money the attorney got out of that. 115 in compensatory, 25 million in punitive.
40%, 50%. Yeah, well, if he's been on it for a long time,
true.
You know, he had to do something else, keep making payments.
Yeah, but you know, it's funny too because after the verdict came out, Gawker Media filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection, put itself up for sale.
Yeah, well, and you know, and it's strange when you look at how many sex tapes are out there, and the results are always are better for the individual. There was Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton, Stormy Daniels.
Good old Stormy, man.
Yeah, and
she's one of my favorites.
And I'm, you know, she wasn't bad. She had some large ideas about how to make that money. Anyway, and I'm sure there are other sex tapes. If you're talking about Diddy, there are a lot of sex tapes. If you're in them and in the right position, whatever that is, you can make a lot of money. All these folks, what happened? It kicked them up, man. They all made money. Grand Theft Dough.
Very true. All right.
Where's yours?
By the way, Dale, our friend with Toucan Productions, says that it is Bachman Turner Overdrive Friday night, Lucky Star Concho Amphitheater out there in Lucky Star Casino in Concho. You know the place. I know the place.
Oh, yeah.
Been out there a million times. All right, we got to get to news of the I'll Be Damned. Oh, yeah, we've got some stories for you from our files of news of the I'll Be Damned. Here's one to start off. Chuck E. Cheese was arrested in Florida last week.
No.
Actually, it was a 41-year-old guy dressed in the Chuck E. Cheese costume. He works at Chuck E. Cheese. He's like the mascot. Well, he was arrested on felony credit card theft and fraud. He apparently had stolen a customer's credit card, made purchases at Circle K, a smoke shop, a supermarket, and Whataburger. What a burger. What a burglar. So this guy gets arrested. Imagine those poor kids sitting there, Chuck E. Cheese, that mouse costume. And here he is in handcuffs being hauled out by the police. I got another story for you, another restaurant story. A McDonald's manager named Kathy. Kathy, the manager, sent a female teenage worker home after the teenage worker refused to take out the trash, as that manager had requested. Told the kid, told teenager, take out the trash. Wouldn't do it. Kid walked out, went home because the owner, or the manager rather, kicked her out. Said, go on home. Then, after the kid gets home, the teen's mom shows up at the McDonald's to deal with the manager. Oh, there was a fight, and the McDonald's manager shot the mom in the leg. Both got arrested. The woman who was shot will be okay. Not sure if the McDonald's manager will get to keep her job or if she's been McFired. McFired, hey.
How strongly did this mom make her point where she got shot in the leg?
And what restaurant manager at McDonald's is
now lift your butt on out of here?
And she's packing heat, coming to the well, I guess sometimes it might be necessary to have some self-protection.
These days and times, man, don't you feel a little safer if you were packing a little heat? Not to go ahead and be a bully, but just to go ahead and
protect yourself if somebody,
somebody gets crazy, you can pull it out. Surprise! And, just fire a shot in the air. Usually they'll scare them
That'll
off.
usually scare them away. All right, got some more audio for you here as we continue.
Well, I'd like to get to that audio.
Oh, yeah, but we can't because, wait a minute. Let me give you the official intro. It's time for the Sleazy, Trashy Showbiz Report.
All right. I tried to go ahead and cut this down, extensively so it won't take so long. Anybody watch the Today Show last Wednesday where Jessica Simpson peed herself?
No, I do, and I watch the Today Show every day.
But she peed on herself?
Yes.
How'd it go?
How did I miss that?
You couldn't tell by her reaction.
Oh, okay.
I guess maybe one of relief.
How did she end up peeing on herself? I wonder.
Just maybe didn't go to ahead of time, maybe she was nervous. Remember, she's been out of the spotlight for a while, and then her divorce. So she's trying to ease herself back in, and maybe she was a little nervous.
Maybe nervous, and she got a bladder issue or something. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Some kind of incontinence problem.
Yeah. I don't think they invited her back to the couch or anything to sit down talk. President Trump says Beyonce was paid millions to endorse Kamala Harris. Now, this is what he's saying, and he's calling for an investigation. And if nothing comes up, why doesn't someone do the right thing and sue the president? The last few people who sued him won. Huh? Okay.
And it's really, I don't know. It's there's no way for us to really know legitimately if, in fact, that took place. But Beyonce sure doesn't need the money.
No.
She sure didn't need the money. I'm thinking.
That's because he can't get anybody of her talent, skill, stature to do anything for him.
Here's the other deal. Could this be just another diversion from the Epstein files?
Of course. Everything is going to be a diversion right now.
Everything is a diversion.
They went back. Obama accused him of treason. And Biden, well, we don't want to. That's like, man, take responsibility for some of the crap you're doing.
Or, hey, Doc, tell everybody I've got some problems with my legs. Another diversion. It's one of those things. Then people will feel sorry for me, and they'll stop thinking about the Epstein file. That's not going away, guys.
Ever.
That's not going away until some sort of release is provided.
There's something bubbling under the surface, just waiting to just come out and scald somebody right out of office.
And I have a lot of friends who are big Trump supporters, and I'll say, why don't they just release this Epstein file stuff? Just get it over with. Let's get it done.
He said he was going to do that.
And then what happens? My friends say nothing. They're like, they don't know what to respond with.
Hey, he was on a news special and said that he would release the JFK files, the Martin Luther King files, and the Epstein files. He He said, wait, anyway.
And he'd end the war on day one, and he'd have the border secured on day one, and what else?
And the price of eggs, that's going down. Oh, yeah? Well, I've gone from a 2-egg to 1-egg breakfast now. Selena Gomez wants biscuits and gravy as a dessert at her wedding. Who's marrying her? I don't know.
I'm trying to remember who Selena Gomez is getting married to, because I've always really liked her.
Yeah, and she was with, was it Justin Bieber for a while?
Yep.
And he lost his mind. Arnold Schwarzenegger returning to the Predator universe for the first time since he did the first Predator movie.
Wow.
Chipotle is being asked to create an Ozzy Osbourne burrito.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and didn't know this. Hulk Hogan tried to get into Metallica and the Rolling Stones when they were looking for a bass player because he does play bass. I never knew that.
The Rolling Stones were talking to who?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan?
Yeah.
I didn't know he played bass.
Yeah.
Daryl Jones is playing bass for him now. Daryl Jones.
Oh yeah.
is a
Well,
good
this was
bass
some
player.
time ago.
Yeah.
Like I said, Metallica and the Rolling Stones. This was some time ago when I don't know, maybe his wrestling wasn't going that well, and he decided to get on stage with some other folks.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And that's let's see, when was it? Their bass player Bill Wyman retired from the Rolling Stones some years ago, and that's when I guess they were probably talking to Hulk, and they ended up acquiring Daryl Jones, who's a tremendous bass player.
Yeah, can you imagine all this time making all that money? Now you can just sit down, put your feet up, and not do a
damn
thing if you want to. Hey, that's your Hollywood update, baby.
All right, checking our Facebook featured page, we've got Shubashik, friend of mine. Shubashik, how you been, man? I haven't talked to him in a long time. From Nepal, used to work at that convenience store near me at Bryant and Memorial. Always good to hear from Shubashik.
Hey,
Shubashik, I want to mention.
What are you doing now, man?
Yeah, what are you doing now? Because I know Arjun has that Valero store over there at 36 and Kelly. So what are you up to, Shubashik? All right, we got to get some more audio. I didn't know if you watched, you probably didn't, but there was a documentary on two-parter. I think it was 2 parts. I watched both parts, unless there's a third one to come. Billy Joel was on HBO. Another tremendously talented person with a horrible father. Billy's dad was a pianist. Didn't stand for his son messing around on the piano, especially if it was Beethoven.
And he was a pianist.
Yeah. So here's Billy Joel talking about, by the way, the what do you call it? The documentary is called And So It Goes, and it's a 2-parter. And I've watched both parts. Really good piece of work on HBO featuring Billy Joel. But here's Billy Joel talking about his father and piano playing.
One thing I remember, I was supposed to be playing the Moonlight Sonata. Must have been about 8 years old. And rock and roll was around. Instead of playing, I started playing. He came down the stairs, bam! I got whacked. And I got whacked so hard, he knocked me out. I was unconscious for like a minute. And I remember waking up going, well, that got his attention. That was my memory of his piano lessons. Wow. So he didn't teach me much.
Well, I guess his dad was a little adamant about Beethoven and not appreciating rock and roll.
Yeah, but you don't go and,
whack your kid
abuse
like
your child like that to unconsciousness.
He said he was only 8 years old. If he could play like that when he was 8, I got to hand it to him. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet memories of tinkling on the ivory.
I wonder where his daddy is now.
Oh, God.
Saying,
I'm sure
wish I hadn't hit him.
All right, guys. I'm looking here at the schedule, and it looks like it's time for the dumbass joke of the day.
Come on.
All right, here's the deal. We have 3, and I mean 3 very cheesy jokes. So we call upon Ron to pick one of the cheesy jokes. Once again, it's time for Ron to pick his cheese. Joke number 1, the juggler. Number 2, the kid. Number 3, the wake-up call. The juggler, the kid, the wake-up call.
You mentioned those, and I was thinking about the time we were on terrestrial radio.
Right.
And what we had to do. We had to do so much. We had to juggle so many different projects. The juggler.
Okay,
Yeah.
We'll go with it.
Yeah.
A juggler is driving to his next performance. He gets stopped by the police, and the cop says, "What are these matches and lighter fluid doing in your car?" And the guy says, I'm a juggler and I juggle flame torches in my act. And the cop says, oh, yeah? Let's see you do it. Because the cop doubts that this is the reality. The juggler gets out, starts juggling the blazing torches. You know how they do that? They're on fire and they're juggling and all. Well, a couple drives by, very slow to watch. And the one driver says to his wife, man, I'm glad I quit drinking. Look at the test they're giving you now. Look at the test they're giving you. I got another one. Just because I knew you guys wanted one. During one generation gap quarrel with his parents, young Michael, having an argument with his parents, says, I want excitement, adventure, money, and beautiful women. I'll never find it here at home, so I'm leaving. Don't try to stop me. With that, he heads toward the door. His father gets out of the chair and follows right close behind him. And the kid says, didn't you hear what I said? I don't want you to try to stop me. And the father says, who's trying to stop you? If you wait a minute, I'll go with you. Hey. Yeah. I got one last one for you. A guy is staying at an economy motel. He ordered a 6 a.m. wake-up call. He's at a real, low-rent type hotel, motel, whatever. He orders a 6 a.m. call. The next morning, he woke up before 6, but the phone never rang till 6:30. Good morning, a guy on the other line said. This is your wake-up call. The guy said, you were supposed to call me at 6. What if I had $1 million deal to close this morning, and your oversight made me miss out on it? And the guy at the desk said, well, sir, if you had $1 million deal to close, you wouldn't be staying at this motel.
Okay.
Hit him with the facts.
There you go. There you go. All right. Okay, we're going to do Tri-Bond, and then we're going to get to the final moments with Too Tough Trivia. Tri-Bond today. We give you 3 words. You got to come up with one word that works with the 3. Your answer must match ours. This is the Tri-Bond from the last time we were on the air. What day was that? July 7th? Yeah, I think so.
July 7th?
Maybe. A couple weeks ago? Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay.
Man.
Here were the 3
July
words.
14th.
Yeah, it seems like a long. Oh, okay, that's better.
July
The
14th.
7th
14th?
seems like
Okay.
that's too far away.
Yeah, it was July 14th, I guess. All right, well, here are the 3 words. Ball, barrel, sweet. I know you guys got that one.
Ball, barrel, sweet. I was thinking about gun at first, but
No idea.
gun.
Will.
No.
Will what?
Oh, one more time. Ball, barrel, sweet. Come on.
Wine barrel.
I'll give it to you. We're running short on time.
Go for it.
The word is pickle. Pickle ball, pickle barrel, sweet pickle.
Sweet pickle.
There you go. How about
Yeah. I sure like to be at your house when you're putting these together sometimes.
Okay, now this one I'm giving you is so easy. A 3-legged dog with no tail and an eye patch could get it. I mean, a monkey with no banana could get a chicken with no pecker could get this. 3 words. Pencil, poison, free. Let me give it to you again.
Pencil,
poison, free. You might want to write those down. Pencil, poison, free. One word works with those 3. Your answer must match mine to become
lead.
A winner.
Is it lead?
It is.
Oh!
Got it.
That's his
Good
one
job.
for the year. He always gets one for the
Yeah.
year.
That's good.
I'm
man.
done. That's my summer correct answer.
There you go.
See you in the fall.
There you go. Good job. We'll have another new one for you next week with this incredible #1 video podcast in America. All right. We got to get to Too Tough Trivia and get the answer to the question of who was supposed to be, or they considered, in the role of Smokey Bear or Smokey the Bear.
Yeah,
before they
for
picked.
forest fire prevention. He was their second choice. The first choice
Was a fox.
they had. Nope.
Marilyn Monroe.
Nope. Man, I tell you, no.
Captain Kangaroo. Mr. Green Jeans.
Bigfoot.
You will see the connection once I tell you who had the rights to this character and they couldn't reach an agreement.
Bugs Bunny.
Disney.
Mickey Mouse.
No.
Daffy Duck.
No.
Donald Duck.
No. All right,
We give up.
gentlemen.
Mickey Mouse.
Gentlemen. All right. It's for the prevention of forest fires. What movie featured a big giant fire? Forest
King.
fire.
What movie?
Uh-huh.
King.
What Disney movie featured a big giant forest fire?
Lion King
I
is
have no
too
idea.
new.
All right, let me give it to
Go
you.
ahead.
Bambi.
Bambi
would have sucked.
Bambi would have sucked as a forest fire.
Yeah, but to see what Smokey Bear, don't do that. You look at Smokey and you say, "You doggone right, I'm not going to do that."
Like,
with
my
Bambi,
bad, Smokey.
Bambi, you start thinking, "Ooh, innocent."
Yeah, with Smokey Bear, it's only you can prevent forest fires. With Bambi, it's like, hey, don't light a match. Bambi, hey, don't start a fire.
They could not reach an agreement. They had settled on Bambi, but from what I understand, they didn't want to mar the image of Bambi, as a sweet little innocent thing instead of, please don't do that. Don't set our world on fire.
Well, that about wraps this thing up. We got to say thanks to the guys who created Jack Attack Clean and Shine, of which it's mine. It's my product. I worked with the guys at Biotech to come up with this. Biotech Products and Industries here in Oklahoma City. Best thing for your vehicle. Jack Attack Clean and Shine. You can get it at various convenience stores around the metro or shopjackattack.com. All right? Also, thanks to Howard Harris, the fine folks at Howard Harris Funeral Services.
Yes, indeed. They can go ahead and make sure that your final journey is just the way it should be, the way you want it. Don't worry about family squabbles or anything else. They can make sure that the last thing that they remember is you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, thanks to the nice folks here at Othello's Italian Restaurant. Othello's Italian Restaurant opening daily at 4 p.m., 7 days a week. They have 2 locations, the one right here in the heart of downtown Edmond at 1 South Broadway, and they have another Othello's Italian Restaurant right there on Campus Corner in Norman. Football season coming up right around the corner. A lot of people going to Othello's in Norman to get that great Italian food. Also, thanks to Richard, the executive producer, the guy who handles all the tech to put all this together. And a little shout out today to Robert with 2020 Concrete. They're doing work on my driveway today. Massive amount of work to do certain sections that had kind of gotten all cracked and stuff.
You getting a break for that, man?
Nah.
You're not getting a break for that?
So,
that's a good plug, man. You're not getting a break for
plug.
that. Yeah.
2020 Concrete. Check with Raymond. That's the guy in charge. A great guy. They're doing work at my house today. So anyway, and again, like I said, thanks to Richard with his expertise in running all this stuff and making it all happen. And thanks to you guys for checking us out. Be sure to let everybody the #1 video podcast is featured every Monday at 12 noon Central Time from Othello's Italian Restaurant with Jack and Ron. The crazy guys, the sick ones, the twisted ones.
The ones that just won't go away.
Been at it a long time.
Yeah, buddy.
All right, so we got to get out of here. When you go out to do what you do, let me tell you something. Listen to me now. You go out to do what you do it like Jack and Ron. Be the very best at what you do.
Don't get arrested.
Yeah, be the best. Go out there, give it 110, 120, 130, 140% effort. Like Jack and Ron, go out there and give it hell.
Bye-bye, everybody.
And good